everyone. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about stock photography and also focus a little on the latest news of Shutterstock merging with Getty Images. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'm so glad that you're here today. If you're new here, then I'm Anshu and I have been a photographer for over 15 years now. Please do consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me immensely to continue making videos like this. Today I want to discuss a little bit about stock photography and also focus a little on the latest news about Shutterstock merging with Getty Images. The reason why I wanted to talk about stock photography today is because I have been a stock photographer myself and I have been contributing to various stock websites since 2011. I wanted to talk a little bit about the future of the stock photography, and I also wanted to discuss how it may affect me in future on a personal level. In my initial days when I started uploading photos to stock websites in around 2011, I was a budding photographer, basically a hobbyist photographer, and just starting out and trying to look for experimenting with my style, with my niche. And stock website really appealed to me because I really had an opportunity to go and upload my images online on various different kinds of website and maybe have a potential to earn a bit. Now, this was the very first image that I uploaded on Shutterstock, and now I have a portfolio of around 1800 images. So once I started uploading images on various stock websites, I started seeing a little bit traction around 2014-15, and that was, I would say, was my peak earning period as well. And especially my Diwali images were very popular on Shutterstock during that time. And during the festive season, say around September to October, I was earning roughly around maybe $200 on an average on these websites with just my Diwali images. So it was good, and I really was happy that I was having some side income and was seeing at least some use of my photos. And I have even stumbled across many websites and many, in fact, maybe sometimes even few magazines where my photos were kind of displayed. Okay, now coming back to the recent years, say around, I would say around 2019, probably Shutterstock especially, they changed their payout model. So initially when they were paying out around 36 cents for every image which was being sold as part of their plan, now the photographer was only going to get 10. And also the another factor which Shutterstock had was it would reset its payout model. So if you have reached a particular threshold of selling images during that calendar year, then it again resets and you will be getting even less commission, starting with 10 cents per image. So anyways, my revenue declined drastically after the commission being reduced from 36 cents to 10 cents. And I feel today we are at a similar threshold with this kind of an acquisition between Shutterstock and Getty Images. There could be something probably similar. I still don't know what that would be, but there would be major changes in future around this. And I would like to emphasize, this is again completely solely my opinion only, and I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel that the future of stock website is kind of unpredictable now. And in my opinion, I feel photographers, especially people who have been relying a lot on stock photography, they really need to gear up for the changes happening in future. Maybe I would talk about that in some other video, but today I wanted to focus mainly around this news. Now, these are the reasons why I feel that stock photography is on a decline. first reason, which is kind of very obvious, is AI generated images. With the advent of AI tools, it is becoming more and more difficult to create authentic images. And even if we go and publish these images online, then there is nothing stopping these AI tools in terms of creating images based on the original images which has been created by genuine photographers who have worked so hard to create these images. I mean, the lines are very blurry, especially in terms of who owns the copyright for these AI images. So just for an example, I went ahead and created some images using ChatGPT, and honestly, even I have been also using some of the AI images in some of my previous videos, but now I am starting to understand the impact of it more and more, and I am starting to also use less of these contents going ahead. So this is one of the reasons I feel why stock photography is on a decline, because the lines in terms of who owns the copyright of an image is becoming very blurry, especially with a lot of AI generated images out there. And most of the time the consumers won't mind if it is a genuine photographer or it has been AI who has generated that photograph. The other reason which I feel is also leading to decline of stock photography is, like, there are a lot of free images websites which are there out now. Well, in my opinion, I really don't know whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, but these free images websites have started coming up a lot in recent years, and especially if you are using an image, say for a personal project, or you're using an image for a small business, then most of the time a free image is something which would be sufficient for your project. And only big organizations which want some kind of unique images would go ahead and license these images on stock website. Now, the other reason is also competition. Now, with very less competition to most of these stock websites. I used to be a contributor on iStock, which was also eventually acquired by Getty Images. So with the decrease in competition and no competition in place, I feel companies become lazy and they would not push for genuine, authentic contents and more creative contents. And also most of the times these stock website algorithm starts to favor probably older images which have been more popular over the years, instead of trying to focus a bit on new user, which could be very demotivating for a photographer. So to summarize, I would say it is like a wait and watch with this kind of merger. I feel we really don't know, and these companies will not share too much information in terms of what happened with the images, the commission, the payout plans going ahead. I have also been a contributor on Getty Images, and the reason why I want to have different stock profiles is that I have that kind of choice in terms of where I upload my photos, and I have that diversity in terms of what are the different websites on which I'm going to be uploading my photos. But with this merger, I really don't know how it's going to pan out. Will I have only one account, or will all my images get merged? I have no idea what they are going to do. So imagine when you know that you will end up being on the same platform with the same revenue model, with the same distribution, probably even with the same algorithm. And it really pains being a photographer in a situation like this. So what do you think? Are you a stock photographer? Do you contribute to stock websites? Do leave me a comment below. I would really love to hear your opinion on this topic. And I will see you in another video. Till then, happy clicking. Bye.